want to know my secrets. I've been watching some of my favorite YouTubers and they're spilling their guts, and I am gonna just jump out there and join them and tell you some of my private things. Invading our privacy is the tag, and it started with Bella, and I'm gonna leave her channel so you can go and see her answer these same questions. And then it went to Little Poet. Oh, you're gonna love this channel. These two ladies are amazing, and I absolutely loved getting to know them. But the person I actually heard it from first was Monika McGillicuddy, and I loved her answers too. So I am going to step out of my comfort zone. Believe me, I am such a private person. I know I'm on YouTube, but I don't tell you that much. I haven't spilled my guts and I haven't told you anything about me that wasn't like everybody knows. So here we go. I'm going to let you invade my privacy and I'm going to tell you my secrets. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Ring the little bell. Okay, so here's a list of questions that I got from them, and they've answered the same questions, so this is going to be fun. I'm going to tell you from my heart. Are you ready? From my heart, I'm going to tell you, number one, did you wake up cranky? And the answer is yes, because I am not a morning person. I do not like mornings. I never have. I'm much better at like really late at night. I could stay up late forever and ever, but I do not like getting up in the morning. You know, I do get to work for myself, so I don't have to be up at a certain time most of the time, so I've kind of worked it out so that it's not such a bad thing. And now that summer's here and I can sit on my deck first thing in the morning, mornings have taken on the good time. It is the good time now. Okay, number two, this is super easy. Would you date a man 25 years younger than you? Absolutely no, never, never, never. I have kids older than that. This is like, my son is 40. No, I want to date someone my age so we can talk about the same things. I'm not dating, I'm married, but you know, if I was dating, I'd want someone that had, you know, the mutual experiences and the same time periods and the decades and all the things that we have in common. My husband and I are just 2 years apart. We remember the same stuff. So I just really wouldn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure about that. Number three, would you ever smile at a stranger? I do it all the time. I just feel like it's a free thing you can give somebody that might make them a little bit happier. So I love to smile at people. And my favorite thing is to catch their eye, really look at them, and then smile. I love doing that because I feel like you never know when someone's just having a bad day. And me smiling at them just out of the blue might make them a little bit happier. It doesn't cost me anything. Why not? Number four, can you commit to one person? Yeah. I am coming up on my 35th. Whoa, 35th wedding anniversary. So I've been committed to my husband for 35 years. I've known him since I was just a teenager, and so yeah, we're pretty committed. I always just say it this way, who wants to start over now? No, he's the love of my life. I absolutely adore him. I give him a hard time. Absolutely, if you watch some of our travel videos, you will see that. It's true, but I love him heart and soul, and he is my soulmate, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. We have so much fun. Number five, how often do you listen to music? I listen to music all the time. I am a music lover. I love music. We actually, my husband and I were in a band for several years, and so we played music and we learned how that works, how everything works together, and that was an amazing experience. When I turned 50, I joined a rock band, so that was kind of cool. That should go under one of the questions of what you might not know about me, although most people do know. Since you're in a band, everybody knows, right? But I love music. 6. Are you a social or antisocial person? So am I out there or am I shy? I'm both. I really literally am both. I love people, but sometimes it scares me, you know, to be in a crowd or not know where I'm at. If I'm uncomfortable and I don't know what's going on and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, I get scared, and sometimes I won't get out of the car and go in wherever I'm supposed to go. But then sometimes I'm just like life of the party, having a good time. So I'm both. I think I'm shy, I think I'm an introvert, but then I find myself just really going for it. So I don't know, maybe I'm kind of like 2 personalities in one. I have both of those things. Question number 7. If your husband or partner said that they loved someone else, what would you say? Oh my gosh, this question just makes me sad even thinking about it. I would be shocked to the core and devastated. I don't know that I would say anything. I think I would just fall to pieces. I really don't, I can't fathom it. I can't, because I have complete and total trust in my husband, and I know that that has happened to people who also had complete and total trust. But just to let you know, I would be devastated. I think I would cry. I think I would, I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't know. Okay, I hope my dog stops barking now. She's a really good guard dog. She wouldn't hurt a flea, but don't tell the bad people that. Number 8, are you good at hiding your feelings? Yeah. I actually was just sort of raised that way. It's like, you know, if I'm angry, you probably won't know. If I'm hurt, you probably won't know. If I'm actually like physically hurt, you probably won't know. I just don't like showing my feelings. It's just kind of something that was like bred into me. I'm not the person who just kind of goes, oh my gosh. I'm just like stoic. I don't know. It just happens. Like I remember I was given a presentation. I used to do public presentations, and I was reaching down to pull the plug out of the wall, and I was being lazy, so I just pulled the cord. You're not supposed to do that. I pulled the cord, and it just popped back and hit me in the head, and all these people sort of were around me, and I don't know if anybody even noticed that it happened, but it really hurt bad, and I act like nothing happened. So that's kind of like, no, I don't like showing my feelings. I really don't. I mean, it's not like something wrong. It's just kind of how I am. I think I'm kind of that way naturally, and then it was bred into me. And number 9, can you drive a stick shift? Why, yes, I can. Actually, my first car was a Volkswagen Beetle, and I could drive a stick shift like no other. But I have to tell you a funny story. I don't drive a stick shift anymore. I have an automatic. But my son has a non-automatic. What do you call it? What do you call that? Anyways, I was going to drive his car, and I thought, I was like having this self-talk inside my head, like, I'm so happy that I know how to drive a stick shift. It's just like so many people don't know how to do it, and I do, and I'm like really pumping myself up inside my head, like, yeah, go girl, you know how to do it. And I'm in the car, and they're in my car, because they borrowed my car. We swapped because mine was bigger, and my husband and him were in the car, and they left. And I'm sitting there, and I cannot get the car to go. I cannot get the car to go. I cannot get the car to start. It's like it won't work. And I'm like, something's wrong with this car. Something's wrong with this car. They pulled back because they forgot something, and I started to yell, you gotta help me, this car doesn't work. And then I realized, guess what? I didn't put the clutch in. Like, I didn't know anything. What was I thinking? And I'm like, never mind, don't pay attention to this over here. And then I had to talk to myself over again and say, you don't know nothing. Oh, it was fun driving it. I was a little rough because it had been a long time, but there's just something fun about shifting and driving a shift car. Just you feel like you're in a race car. Always, no matter what kind of car it is. Number 10. What is something people would be surprised to learn about you? What would something, and I think about this, and it's like, oh, you know, you go through these games at networking meetings and clubs and girlfriend stuff, and, you know, I feel like an open book. I really do. But it's funny because time marches on, and the open book is not, there's closed chapters in your life that nobody knows about anymore. And so I am going to tell you something most people who really know me well do not know, and that is that I had a really hard childhood. I mean, it was rough. And I don't talk about it because it was a long time ago. And, you know, it's like I had a lot of feelings that I had to work through in my life. But a lot of that is part of who I still am, because I know what it feels like to be completely alone. I know what it's like to be unloved, loved by nobody, and to feel like, you know, you just have nowhere to go. Like, I know what it's like to have 0 places to go and nobody to count on at all, and not even be an adult so you can take care of yourself. I know what that feels like, and it's still in me. There's still that little broken person that's still deep inside, but I have lived a really great life. I've been so blessed. And honestly, in my worst possible moment, when I knew for sure that nobody cared and nobody loved me, that's when I discovered Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna cry. And I've never been alone since. So don't feel sorry for me. It was an amazing thing that led me to the life that I have, which is awesome. And I think what I take from that time in my life is, I was listening once and, you know, full in the mom mode and having my kids. They're all grown now, and I have grandkids now, so it's just me and hubby. But I was in the mom place where everything's kind of whirling and, you know, still kind of messed up a little bit from my childhood. And I heard this talk show radio person say you have 2 chances at a parent-child relationship. One when you're a child and one when you're the parent. And you can only have control over one of them. And so I let go. I really just let go of what I could not control, and I just made my life about being the best mom I could be and having a great relationship with my kids. I was never perfect. You can ask them, you can ask me. I will tell you, I was not a perfect mom. But what I can tell you for sure is they were loved 100%. All the time, unconditionally. They could not do anything to take that away. They were loved. I loved them. I love them now. I would do anything for them, and I get to know that feeling. And I'm really sad for any parent who doesn't know how it feels to love your kids that way, because it has to be so sad. I mean, it's sad for the kid, but it has to be sad for the parent too. So, you know, I don't really ever talk about that. So I don't even know this will make the video because it's such a deep thing for me. But it really is kind of part of who I am. I really let you invade my privacy, but I did it, so you didn't make me. When was the last time you cried? Well, I think I felt like crying just then. But to be honest with you, I'm not a crier. Like, I'm just not. I guess it's back to that hiding your emotions. I'm not a crier. I will cry absolutely at like really touching videos on YouTube. I will cry at a movie. I will cry when I see something sad, but I'm not a real crier. Like, I don't just cry about just anything. It has to be really, really strong to make me cry. I'm that strong person that's kind of holding it all together. It's just who I am. I can't apologize for it. It's just who I am. Okay, 12. Have you ever liked someone you didn't expect to? Yes. Yes, this has happened to me so many times because I'm so quick. I'm just quick. I'm like, I like you, I don't like you. I like you, I don't like you. And I mostly like everybody, but there's chemistry involved. And every once in a while, you meet somebody and you're just like, I don't feel like we mesh, you know? And I've let that judgment kind of just take over. And then you find out later, oh wait, I was so wrong about that. That person's amazing. So I try to, you know, shut that off and say, give everybody a chance. But chemistry is chemistry, and sometimes it's really hard to tell right away. I've had some amazing turnarounds where I thought one thing and found out another. And, you know, I guess that kind of goes into what I want to say about number 13. What's the biggest life lesson from being on YouTube? And I'm going to say that I have learned more from YouTube just this last couple of years to be my authentic self, to just be myself. It's really just easier to be me than to try to be anyone else. And I've learned that through YouTube. I edit my own videos. I see my own face. I hear my own voice. I can't be thinking and worrying about it anymore. It's like I'm so familiar with it. A lot of people, they don't ever see themselves talking. Everyone else sees them, but they don't. You just see what you see in the mirror, and it's not really everything. So being your authentic self is such a blessing and such a gift. And I have also let go, and I'm not as worried about what other people think. I have let that be a part of my life for so long, probably just from being insecure as a young person and never feel insecure. I would worry about everybody, like strangers. I cared what they thought about me. And now, maybe it's age, you know, being almost 60, I don't really care anymore what people think of me, and I have discovered I am not everybody's cup of tea. I'm just not. So if I'm not your cup of tea, I can't apologize for that. Just find someone who is. And when you find your tribe and you find the people that are, they're into you and you're into them, that's a cool thing. It can't be everybody. So I've learned that from YouTube. I also have stopped comparing myself to other people as much. Yeah, I mean, still in my weak moments, I think, why am I not as good as that person, or why is that person doing better? And I got that way in the beginning of YouTube, like who has more people following their channel and who has more likes and who has more comments. And I still see that, and I still think to myself, should I keep doing this? Like, do people care? And then I thought, you know what? It's fun. I like doing it. If someone gets a little bit of joy out of it, I don't need to count numbers to make that worth it. It's just something I love doing. I'm okay just the way that I am. I kind of wrote that in my notes. That's a huge blessing. So if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, you will absolutely grow as a person like nothing else. I mean, really grow. Number 14, what defines success? I think this is tricky because I feel like there's so many in my own life and in my own mind, there's so many different definitions to success, and I believe it's an ongoing thing that shapeshifts and changes all the time. So I'm just going to say, in business, success would be achieving your goals. You set the goal, you achieve it, you've successed. Now, success. You succeeded. So now set another goal and reach it. Set another goal and reach it. That's business. Life is not that way. I mean, I definitely have personal goals, and I definitely feel successful when I reach them. You know, getting my glamper was a goal, and glamping it up and being recognized by the pop-up princess was a goal. I really wanted that, and I worked really hard for it, and when I got it, I felt success. That was great. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to put a link to it. But also, I'm going to call personal success these few things. Love. If you love from your heart, that's success. Not everybody gets to do that. And being loved by other people, that is worth more than any materials that you could ever accumulate, or money anything you could buy. You can't buy it. Being loved, that's everything. Being happy. Not all the time. Nobody's happy all the time, but just being happy with life and finding ways to be happy, and knowing your happiness and knowing what it takes to be happy, and being able to kind of recapture that whenever you can. Being honest. I mean, really, isn't this something that's kind of missing in our world right now, is being honest? I love being honest. Oh my gosh. I definitely keep it to myself if it's not nice, but I cannot tell a lie. It's like that. It's like that. Being dependable. You know, your word is your bond. If you say you're going to do it, do it. I definitely fall down, but I try. That's something that would be success to me, is to be that person people can count on. Caring about other people, you know, just being a person that cares. That would be a blessing. So I don't know if that sounds corny to you, but that's my idea. I have really enjoyed this video. It feels like almost like exposure, like I just like took my clothes off. I always feel like taking my clothes off might have been easier. But I just decided to answer what came to my heart and, you know, just share that with you. So I hope you enjoyed that. You got to know me a little bit better, and if you're doing the same tag, I'd love to watch your video. Leave a comment and I'll come see it. And if you're not on YouTube, leave me a comment, let me know you were here, and I'll see you next time. Again, please subscribe to the channel. You just hit the little bell, thumbs up, you know, leave me a comment. I love all that stuff so much. It's just the best part of YouTube is the community, you know, the making of friends, the getting to know other people all over the place. It's just this amazing opportunity to just reach out and touch people. I love that. So I'm just going to say goodbye. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.